Another Hallmark romance takes to the skies.
Did it crash and burn or make us feel butterflies? Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click that little bell for alerts if you're enjoying the content here so far.
We try and upload once or twice a week, so please keep coming back.
So today we are reviewing Feeling Butterflies.
Are you feeling butterflies?
No.
No.
No. But this one we were excited about because it has one of our favorite leading men.
Kevin McGarry.
Yes, Canadian.
Yeah.
This is part of Hallmark's Spring into Love programming. I don't know, did it make your heart aflutter?
There were a couple moments. It definitely felt a little bit of flutteriness.
Yeah.
But it could have been the food we ordered.
Yeah, probably. It looked very charming from the commercials, I think.
I thought it looked kind of dorky from the commercials.
Yeah, see, from the commercials I was actually excited, but mainly because of Kevin McGarry.
Oh, okay.
And also the two leads here, Kevin McGarry and Kayla Wallace, are a real life couple. So I always like seeing that on screen,
I think that's so cool, yeah. And you know, I have a comment about that in the performance section.
Yeah, so let's get into it.
What's this one about?
Emily, played by Kayla Wallace, has lived a life dedicated to butterflies. She has a booming business with her friend and business partner Jody, where she releases butterflies at different occasions, such as birthday parties, weddings, stuff like that.
I find that a really weird job, butterfly releaser. I know she's actually like a certain type of scientist.
Yeah, we'll put the name right here because there is actually like a professional name for what she has studied.
but there are, you know, professions where people just do it for parties where they don't, and they touched on that with the nemesis of for most of the movie.
Yeah, like that girl didn't study.
Exactly. You can catch butterflies and release them somewhere else, I guess.
I think anyone can do that.
It's weird.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a real profession until watching this movie. So while working at the birthday party, she meets Garrett, played by Kevin McGarry. He's a single father, and he's the one that actually hired Emily for his daughter Amanda's birthday party.
Oh, surprise.
While at the party, we see Emily's competition releasing butterflies next door. This prompts Emily to really start taking her business to a next level. Eventually, Emily gets the opportunity of a lifetime when a well-known but demanding socialite wants to hire her to release 1,500 butterflies. 1,500 butterflies. At her upcoming wedding.
1,501.
That's right. She wants to break the record, which is 1,500. It's a tall order, but if she pulls it off, Emily would get invaluable exposure for her business.
Yeah, I think it was like Bridal Monthly or something.
Yeah, on the cover.
Something big.
So she agrees to take it on, and Garrett and Amanda happily offer to lend a hand.
Oh, isn't that happy and nice?
Convenient, yes. And of course, while Garrett is helping Emily with her business, feelings start to develop, but then things get interesting. So Garrett's ex-girlfriend, Jill.
Jill.
Comes back into the picture and tries to convince Garrett to move back to New York City, enroll Amanda in the best school, work for his dad, and live kind of a more refined life with her.
She was wearing the pantsuit in that relationship. They weren't even technically still in a relationship.
No, they were broken up, but she came waltzing in as if she owned the place. It was quite strange.
You seem so offended, I love it.
I hate it. So Garrett isn't too sure about what's right for his daughter, but he is starting to have feelings for Emily in spite of Jill's advances. But ultimately, Garrett is able to follow the movie's overarching message of letting go and lets his heart decide to stay in the cozy town with Emily and her butterflies. Cute.
That gave me butterflies.
Oh, that's nice.
Actually, I'm getting a little bit of deja vu.
Overall, you know, I thought this was cute and charming, and I noticed that I tend to say those exact same things for movies that I really didn't love. Because they're always going to be cute and charming. They're Hallmark movies.
Yeah, that is what we look for, and as long as they have those.
Yes, it, you know, it definitely fits right into that cozy Hallmark pocket. The theme was instantly over-the-top cheesy, but I started to think it might be headed into Bombville territory because it was starting to remind me of high-flying romance about the kites.
No way there's gonna be any less than 1,500 butterflies.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many butterflies.
But the movie quickly made up for any cheesy stuff with a couple really good back-to-back heartfelt one-on-ones that really nailed down some important character development.
Yeah, I liked the one between her and her dad especially. That was nice. It was happened earlier on in the film. That's when I was like, okay, maybe there's hope for this one. The writing isn't as atrocious as it was in the previous
No, and
movie.
I actually have a comment on that. I don't think it was the writing or the acting at all, because the acting acting was quite good and the script was decent.
Yeah.
And I think it's just something with the beating. It's like, I don't know if it was the direction or the editing could have been
editing.
tighter. I feel like maybe we're so ADD, we're just always looking for like that quick.
I know.
It's like every interaction I wanted to be like a half a second shorter. I was just like,
Yeah.
cut that, just go to the next thing. You know that you can do that.
And I'm always looking at the pacing because pacing for me really dictates
It
if I'm
translates
gonna,
into pacing.
Like, I was getting the wrap up thing happening. I was like, oh God, this needs to wrap up. I think we've been here for too long.
Let's wrap it up, yeah.
But I was worried about like the bombardment of butterflies because the previous movie we were just bombarded with kites. But you know, we got a little bit more history of butterflies in this one, and I was more interested in butterflies than I was kites, so I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I was too, and I found like I actually kind of learned a bunch. I was looking
Yeah,
stuff
and that was
up
interesting.
for whatever reason.
And that was her shtick, right? That's how she sets herself apart from the competition. The competition just releases butterflies in the air and it's just one big happy party. But she actually provides some background and some history on the butterflies. That's what kind of sets her apart.
See, I looked into it a little bit, just into the profession and like maybe getting butterflies. I don't want them, but it does seem weird to like, oh, at a wedding you just release a bunch of insects.
What do you charge for that?
I mean, who knows? Do you charge per flutter, per butterfly?
Because also keep in mind you're in charge of breeding them.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
It's a whole thing.
That would have to factor into the price for sure.
Yeah.
Look at us talking about
See,
breeding
we're
butterflies.
still there.
We're invested
We're
in the
already there.
butterflies.
I guess we're feeling it.
Let's get a little bit nitpicky here. So I think the post-production butterflies were just, they looked way too fake. I mean,
I feel like it's really hard to do in VFX. It's like butterflies are so random. They're blown around in the wind.
But
if you do a smooth butterfly and then if you multiply that by 20, 25, 1,500.
but they were just so like vibrant and almost cartoon-like.
It was too vibrant.
Like
you could see the patterns on everyone from like so far. I was like, if they had just made more smaller ones, it might have looked a little more real.
It was particularly bad in the final wedding scene where they had the 1,500 all together in those little mesh bags.
And you could see it was just like squares of like butterfly like pattern.
It looked really bad.
It was especially bad.
It looked
but
bad,
you know that like somebody, they had a good version, probably. Something that looked believable, and someone in the boardroom at Hallmark or whatever was like, can we make the butterflies bigger?
The actual color of the drug in its non-synthesized state is kind of a bluish hue.
Great. So, orange it is then? Yes. Terrific. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good.
More colorful.
Yeah, bigger, more colorful,
Brighter.
and then it was a slippery slope. Anyways.
But that's being nitpicky, so. Let's talk about performances.
Yeah.
So I thought, both leads were quite enjoyable to watch. They had great chemistry, but that's to be expected because they're a real life couple. So I wasn't too surprised. But the standout for me here was probably Emily, so Kayla Wallace.
Kayla Wallace.
Yeah.
Kayla Wallace
She was great.
Was amazing. She managed to go from kind of cute and bumbly and a little funny to like serious kind of acting chops in the middle. And I was like, oh, okay, this is good. She could turn this around, and she did for me.
Yeah, she played this very sweet, loving woman who's had her heart broken in the past, but chooses to kind of, plow through, move on in life. And she has a passion for something, which made her more likable. She wasn't.
A passion for Papillon.
Is that?
There's something Papillon, and it's Papillonidae. Papillonidae, I think, is the overarching nomenclature for butterflies.
Oh, look at you.
Quote me on that. Don't quote me on that.
Wow. But anyway, yeah, I preferred her to Garrett because I found Garrett to be the most wishy-washy guy.
His character was kind of
not sure
drab
about what to do, about anything.
Yeah, and just flip-floppy.
It made him less attractive. It made me not like him.
No, his
take a stand.
His character was very unattractive.
Make a choice.
He was whipped.
Yeah, by
Jill?
an ex-girlfriend.
Whipped by an ex-girlfriend in a pantsuit? So weird. But, that kind of fits the Hallmark bill. And he did say, I'm basically the heir to a giant hedge fund. So it's like, okay, set up for rich dick, right?
Well, yeah.
So you don't expect much
all the more
from him.
reason to not have to move to New York. I just thought he could have been more of a
man.
A man. I mean, I hate to say that because it's like, well, what really defines a man? But just not even a man, just someone who can make a decision and take a stand on something and not let past influences kind of like dictate his future.
Past influences and pantsuits.
Exactly.
On performance notes as well, shout out Ish Morris for a good, funny side character. And I also want to touch on these side characters kind of coming up the ranks in Hallmark, and we saw Devin Alexander in.
They're so great and important.
And yeah, of course, and sometimes they carry it. And, you know,
Yeah.
I really want to see one from Maddie Pinocchio too. But now we have Devin Alexander coming into a lead role, I think, this week.
Yeah, it's coming up. I'm very curious about that.
And I just want to say to Hallmark, get Ish Morris in there while you still can.
Yeah. Okay, so the writer and the director. Okay, so this was kind of weird because I could not find the writer of this listed anywhere really, and not even on IMDb, which I thought was really weird. So I had to like go looking on a blog post to find out that it was written by T. Booker James.
That sounds like an alias. I bet you it's like
I don't
80
know.
butterflies. They just like flew the script in
Well, then
and
I
just
found
dropped it
T.
on the
Booker
desk.
James's IMDb page, and this movie isn't even listed there. What is listed is Hot in Love, Fit for a Prince, and Welcome Home for Christmas, which I've never even heard of
They're
any
not
of them.
always so up to date on stuff like that.
I understand that, but I just found it like strange. This is the first one I haven't been able to find like explicit information
Yeah,
about
that is
the movie. And also for the director. So IMDb says it's Alan Harmon, but then on that same blog post, there's an MJ Grabiak floating around, who's a woman. So I'm not sure, but I think we should just go with what IMDb says.
Sure.
Right? I don't know. And Alan Harmon's done a lot of Hallmark movies.
Oh, Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater.
Yeah, The Perfect Recipe, Jingle Bell Bride.
Oh, Mingle All the Way. I like that.
Lots of Hallmark, so he's a heavy hitter. So what do you think? Did this hit the Hallmark or miss the Hallmark for you?
You know what? It did all the things a Hallmark movie should do, and you know, it paid off in ways I wanted it to, and had some interesting quirks
Yeah,
to it. For me, that is a hit. It hit my Hallmark.
I liked the chemistry that the two of them had, and I think you can only go up from the car wreck that we watched the previous week.
I mean, yeah, you can't get hung up in the sky here. We're still kites.
You know, of the two that are about things in the sky as the theme.
Kites, butterflies.
I'm going butterflies.
Now the theme is don't look up. But.
Exactly. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with butterflies here. I'm gonna say it hit the Hallmark. Definitely worth a watch.
To hit you in the butterflies?
Yes, worth a watch for sure.
Great, so let's get to our Hallmark report card. A little list of things we kind of look for in some of these movies.
Yeah.
Ever changing.
Yep. So promotion or deadline?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes,
was a
yeah.
few, so mainly the big wedding at the end. Butterflies in Flight. Okay.
Yeah.
A career-driven lead.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
Different career though, but still,
quite an odd one.
that is true. A big misunderstanding. No.
Change of heart.
Yes, he decided to stay.
Yeah.
Someone gets dumped, fired, dies. I
no,
don't think
she didn't. I mean, he technically tried to break up with Jill on camera.
Yeah, but it didn't. It wasn't on camera.
So I guess
it happened
that's
behind the scenes.
That's another no. Second romance subplot.
No.
No. There was room for this, but they kind of shied away from it.
I mean, would Jill and Garrett's be a second romance subplot?
No, but sort of, a little bit. No, but they didn't even have anybody
That's
else
tricky.
even slightly hooking up, yeah.
Okay. Proposal or wedding?
Yes, we had a wedding.
The socialites. Yes.
A socialite?
Well, we did see her wedding, so.
Yes, I know. Travel issues.
No.
They pretty
No.
much just hovered around the same place.
Selling the house, business, or farm?
Negatory.
No.
Big city to small town transition.
I don't think there was transition. It took place in a small town, and he was gonna go to New York City.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you just mention New York.
So no. The almost kiss. No. Missed opportunity.
The missed opportunity was in the mud because, like, who doesn't kiss in the mud?
That would have been so good, and it kind of would have reminded me of like 10 Things I Hate About You, which we love. Heath Ledger. They could have like piggybacked on that, like used that as inspiration. Like, let's do a 10 Things I Hate About You moment. So I'm surprised that you've never been told before that you're perfect and you're lovely and that somebody wants you. Come on, 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay. And a mad dash to the airport. Go get her.
I'm gonna say yes.
I don't like this for yes because he just came back to the wedding he was already supposed to be at.
It wasn't really a mad dash.
Yeah, he
per
kind of just
se.
kind of
In fact, he was like
he kind of came slinking.
casually like.
No, he suddenly
walking
came
over.
slinking back with his kids. Like, yeah, I guess I'll stay.
Yeah, it wasn't enthusiastic, eh?
No,
it wasn't.
I was
So
not
let's say
enthused by
no.
that. No.
Let's say no. Okay. Well, guys, we really want to know what you think about this. Did it hit the Hallmark for you or miss the Hallmark? Please engage with us. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like.
Did it leave a mark?
Any mark, yeah. Leave your comments down below. You know, did you get butterflies? Let us know.
I do now. I think that might be something else.
Thank you so much for the support, guys. Lots more content coming.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.